So the easiest path to settlement in the UK after you've completed your studies is what I will be sharing in today's video, because this is a popular demand now. Everyone is trying to know how they could settle very easily and get the indefinite leave to remain after studying. Now, there are different routes you can use to do that, but I'm just going to share all the easiest routes in today's video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fajira. If you're joining me for the very first time or you're seeing this beautiful face for the very first time, I'm so happy to have you all in our beautiful family. For my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate. God bless you. If you're new to this channel, I create content on how you can migrate to the UK, jobs with visa sponsorship in the UK immigration updates, which I'm about to share one right now, live in the UK, scholarships in the UK, like everything that will make your life easy in the UK, also enable you relocate to the UK and settle so far. I share them here. So if you're someone who is interested or you know anyone who may be interested, please do like and share this video with them. And also do subscribe and join our beautiful family if you're yet to do that. Thank you FlexiSpot for sponsoring today's video. Please spare me 1 or 2 minutes of your time. Thanks FlexiSpot for this beautiful BS14 ergonomic chair. And as a stay-at-home mom, the best thing I could do for myself is to make sure that my workspace is comfortable, which is why you can see this beautiful ergonomic chair. The manual made everything very easy for me. The load capacity is 136 kg, all fitted in one box and very easy to fix with 7 knobs. It adapts to the body natural movement and provides optimal support based on biochemicals. Well ventilated and elastic, it provides good support for the head, neck and back, just as you can see. If there is anything I'd always wish for is for me to walk in my space very comfortable. And the independent lumbar cushions ergonomically fits your spine to provide support, which is what everyone needs working from home. You can adjust the height, the depth, the forward seat and also snug back tracking, which is very important. And also the armrest is also adjustable. This ergonomic chair is designed to fit all individuals, like of various body types, to avoid any compromise of the circulation to the legs, and as well as reducing the pressure in the buttocks and the thigh muscles. One thing I love about this ergonomic chair is that every part of this chair is adjustable. Just as you can see the headrest, you can adjust it to any level to suit you. So guess what? The Black Friday sales is on right now. So hurry to FlexiSpot. Use the links in the description of this video and also in the pinned comments and get one for yourself. Trust me, you won't regret this. This has made working from home very easy for me, very comfortable, as I can adjust it to any level I want. So sometimes I'm tired and I just sit down and rest. Get one now and thank me later. Thank you for your time, and as you can see, I'm already using it to film my videos and it's very comfortable. So don't forget to use the link in the description of this video to get one for yourself. So the easiest routes to settle in the UK after studies. Now, these are some of the messages I got, and also some of them are even in my comment section. Hi Faj, I would like to know the shortest route to settle after my studies. This journey is looking like it's too far for me, with many changes all the time. Please enlighten us on this. Others are also interested to know. Thanks for all you do. Please Fajira, please, I need your response, or anyone who got a good advice. After a student visa, what's the next steps or the best visa to apply while studying? Now, under the comment, there are other people interested to know as well. I want to know as well, just as you can see on my screen. Now, guys, like I earlier mentioned, I moved to the UK in 2011 as a student, and as at when I came, the post-study work visa has already ended, and it was really sad when I heard that it has stopped. I didn't really understand what the immigration rules were like I do now. So when I came to the UK as a student, my husband applied for a visiting visa too, instead of applying for a dependent visa. I'm sure if he did apply for a dependent visa, maybe after my studies, he may have gotten a job that I would depend on him, but rather he was coming to the UK to see me as a visitor. In 2019, the rules later changed to say you can have post-study work visa, which is very good for anyone who is coming to the UK now, or for anyone who is currently in the UK. To be honest, this is the best time to study in the UK, because imagine after paying thousands of pounds, as at when I came, and you're able to get post-study work, you have to go back, which I did. I went back and I came back again. So for those of you who are asking about the easiest route to settle as a student, now I think I filmed a video about the 10 years route. I filmed a video about the 5 years route, and this is my honest advice from my experience in this country. Like, if you're coming to study and you have completed your studies. There are so many options you can take apart from going to apply for a post-study work visa. Like we know that the post-study work visa doesn't really count towards indefinite leave to remain, except you're using the 10 years route. I finished my master's. My husband started his own master's, went back, came back for PhD. So if you put all the school fees together, you're looking at 100 and something thousand pounds, which is a lot. When I mean a lot to spend in the UK education. Now, if you have managed to move to the UK as a student and you're really confused or you're still struggling, the best thing for you to do is to start looking out for jobs while you're studying. Start going for job fair as a student. Towards the end of 2022, the government announced that you can switch as a student if you're currently studying. For someone who asked me about why studying, you could switch as a student. In July 2023, the government still changed that rules, which is why I always say that the UK rules is not always stable. You could just go to bed, wake up in the morning to something new. So the government changed the rules as well to say you can no longer switch as a student. You have to complete your studies. So one of the things you should be looking at if you have managed to move to the UK, which I know that a lot of people don't really pay attention to, and they end up getting a letter from school. Maybe they failed more than 2-3 modules, and after getting a letter from school, the home office emails them to tell them to leave and so on. So the first thing you should concentrate on, you've paid a part of your school fees and you finally moved to the UK. So manage to complete your studies, because once you have completed your studies, then any other thing can be possible. I usually tell people that I know and people that had also had consultations with that the post-study work route should be your last option. Yeah, and I'll tell you reason why in this video, because if you make that your first option, then you're looking at going through a longer route to get your indefinite leave to remain. I usually say I have been on different routes, and I am talking from a place of experience. So if you have managed to complete your studies as a student and you've gotten your success letter from the school to say you've completed your studies, then the easiest thing for you to do is to start looking for a job before the end of your student visa. But I usually advise people to even start applying for the job before the end of their course, because some organizations will just keep your application pending if you have passed the interview and everything, and they will just wait for you to complete your studies and bring that student later, and they issue your COS to start working with them. And some organizations too will even find when are you completing your studies, and if you tell them when you are going to complete your studies, they will issue the COS from when you have completed your studies, but you can apply for your visa. But now it has to be within less than 3 months, because like we know that the COS is valid for 3 months, and if you use it after 3 months, it will no longer be valid. So they will check the time between when you are about to complete your studies, or they will tell you that don't worry, we'll keep you pending, go back and submit your project or your dissertation and come back with your success letter, and we'll issue your CS. For everyone who has asked me these questions, private chatted me, emailed, and also left in the comment section asking for the easiest route. The easiest route is to get a job. To get a job that will sponsor you. Now, even when you come to study in the UK, I had always talked about going into tech. If you're in tech, let's say you're a business analyst or a data analyst or a project manager, there are lots of companies that will just employ you and sponsor you without you having to pay for your COS or to pay for anything. So if you're able to get that just as you're finishing your studies, then now your student visa is usually 18 months. Except you're doing a course that is more than 1 year, that you could get up to 2 to 3 years. But now, if I would use the 18 months, because most of the student visas have seen, and even myself was 18 months. So you have 1 year to study, and you have the other 6 months to do maybe your graduation ceremony and so on. If you're able to get a job that we enable you switch to skilled worker visa. I'm using the skilled worker visa because I will talk about the innovator and the global talent visa, but I'm using the skilled worker visa where you don't have to really do so much. All you need to do is to research about the company, go for the interview, make sure you're well prepared for the interview to get the job. Now, if you get a job as a skilled worker, you're now counting your 5 years to get your settlement, which is your indefinite leave to remain. And after you get your indefinite leave to remain, you're also looking at just staying on it for 1 year, and you apply for your naturalization. I had a consultation with someone this week, I'm sure he's watching this video, and he came as a student dependent, and we're talking about him trying to switch and so, and he was like, oh Fajira, I've been here for a year plus, so I just only need 4 years for me to get my indefinite leave to remain. Somebody who is a student dependent does not need 4 years to get indefinite leave to remain. You have to come out from the study visa. And when I told him that, he was really disappointed, because he felt that because he's moved to the UK and you have to stay in the UK for 5 years to get your indefinite leave to remain. It's not on all categories of visas, except you're coming as a spouse, someone who is married to a British citizen, or someone who is married to someone who already has a permanent residence, or you've gotten your COS for 5 years, or you are on a skilled worker visa. Bearing in mind that even if you are on a skilled worker visa, let's say maybe you started with a project manager role or a data analyst role, and you decide to go into healthcare and you want to switch to the care worker visa. Let's say you've spent 2 years on the skilled worker visa as a project manager or a data analyst, and now you're going into healthcare and you're spending another 3 years on the health and care worker visa. It continues to count. 5 years is complete and you can now apply for your indefinite leave to remain. You don't have to start counting from the start. So that's the advantage when you're on a skilled worker visa. But coming from a student dependent or coming from a student visa to a skilled worker visa, you have to start afresh. For those who asked about the easiest route to settle in the UK after completing their studies or while studying, I would always suggest the skilled worker visa, because that one comes with job and you have to be working and be paying your bills and so on for 5 years. And after the 5 years, you apply for indefinite leave to remain. The next one I would like you to think about, if you're capable of doing that, is the innovator founder visa, which allows you to stay in the UK for 3 years. And after 3 years, you apply for your indefinite leave to remain. But like we know, the endorsement body in the UK now, I think they've been reduced to 3 or 4 thereabout, and it's quite difficult to get the endorsement compared to what it was a few years ago. And also the global talent visa, you can look at the global talent visa as well. They are almost on the same categories of visa, because you have to stay for 3 years to get your indefinite leave to remain. I've only seen a few people that actually use the global talent visa to stay for 3 years and they got the indefinite leave to remain. But for every other person that you can go for a job interview, I will be sharing some job interview questions and answers and preparation, because one of the things I do for my organization is to recruit for my organization and do the training and so on. So in the future, I'll be sharing some videos on that. So for everyone who is still wondering on what they can do or what category of visa they have to go on to enable them settle on time in the UK, you can either go on the innovator founder, the global talent visa, and at the same time, the number one on my list is the skilled worker visa, because that one, you're working for organization and you're paying your tax. The organization is paying your tax, like they are deducting everything. You don't have to come back and start doing a lot of paperwork like you would do for the innovator founder or the global talent visa. So if you're someone who is currently in the UK now, like I would always say, the post-study work visa should be your last option. But in a situation whereby you have tried your best, and while you were studying and after you have completed your study, you were unable to get a job that will sponsor you, then your option should be the post-study work visa, because with the post-study work visa, you still have 2 years to look for a job. And you still have 2 years to look for a job. And if you get the post-study work visa and you go to work in the care industry or in the health sector, you will get your IHS refunded. And one of the reasons why a lot of people are actually not going for the post-study work visa, because you have to pay for IHS for 2 years. So let's say you're a family of 6, you have to pay for 2 years for each member of the family, and also pay your visa fee and so on. So that's why a lot of people are looking for the Care One or any other organization. And just to let you know that there are lots of organizations that are actually sponsoring people in the UK without you having to pay for your IHS, without you having to pay for your fast track application, without you paying for the visa fee. The only thing is for you to just make sure that you meet the requirements, you have the trainings those organizations are looking for, and keep applying and keep going for interview. Even if you go for like 10 interviews in a week or in 2 weeks, at the end of the day they email you to say you didn't pass the interview, don't give up. Just keep applying for jobs, because when it comes to job interview in the UK, I'll tell you from experience, each time you go for a job interview and you come back, there is something you have learned from that interview to enable you prepare for the next interview. So it's not a waste. So for those who usually come to say, oh, I have attended more than 20 interviews and none of them have come back to me with positive feedback, guys, you always have to go back to learn from the interview. If you are not learning from the interview questions and the answer you have given to see how to work on yourself for the next one, then you will carry on making the same mistake. I actually experienced all of that, and I'm talking from a place of experience. So don't give up on your job applications. Don't stop applying, even if all the companies you have applied to have said no. Keep on going. There is this one company that is actually waiting for you to say yes, and they are not only just going to say yes, they are going to sponsor everything, pay for everything that you may have saved for, and you will use that your money you saved for those things they paid for to enjoy yourself. So you've actually come to the end of today's video, and I hope this answers your question, and if yes, like and share this video with your friends and loved ones, as I'll be coming up with other videos as well that will enable you navigate and settle quickly in the UK. So guys, if you're yet to subscribe to join our beautiful family, please do hit on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so each time I upload a new video, you're going to be the very first person to see that video. Until I see you in my next video, guys, so take care and have a lovely day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye for now.